ball is on the tee, and off we go on EA Sports. Brown now to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Tennessee offense taking the field for the first time. They'll be led out by the young man in his second season in the NFL.
I think when you go back and watch last week's game, Mike, I think two things were at play. Number one, let's give credit to the defense. I think they did a nice job of identifying some of the easy layups we've seen this quarterback hit from a week-to-week basis. They took it away. They made him go to his second, third, check down through his progression. And then secondly, when the play did line up, when they did get the look they wanted, he just missed a lot of throws. So they know they cannot afford another pedestrian performance out of him this week. If he can play to the standard we've seen in weeks past, they can have a better chance of having a better result.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throw away.
This is where the playmaking ability almost can be a detriment to a running quarterback. They have such confidence in their ability to keep plays alive with their legs that sometimes they hold it just a little bit too long, thinking they can make the next big play. And good job by the defenders tracking him down and took him down for a loss. This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You've got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
Mike, I think we make so much of all these fancy routes, right? The selling, the head fakes, getting in and out of the break. And while that's really important to create separation, that's really more of a man beater. That's when teams want to just play you one-on-one and you have to beat the defender. Against zone defense like we saw here, it's a lot more simpler. Understand the concept of the play, understand where the holes in the defense are, and get there and be friendly to the quarterback. And if you're open, stay open. That's NFL route running. That's what the best guys do.
Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. I think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They'll stick with him again. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple. Play 10 of this opening drive. And here's 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw. And even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway. And it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there. A lot of times as an offensive player, you come off the field, you're not thrilled to end a drive like this with a field goal. But I think in this case, you can label it a success. You were able to operate your offense. You were able to quiet this crowd just a little bit and come away with an early lead.
The Rams offense taking the field for the first time. They'll be led out by the quarterback now in his 4th NFL campaign.
And after studying this quarterback, Mike, I really like the way he carries himself. He really takes accountability. Every time there's something that goes wrong, he puts it on his shoulders. And every time there's success, he's always the first one to give it to everybody else. That's the kind of leadership role you're looking for out of this position, and I think this guy's a great example of it.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion. Here's 3rd and 7. Now, faking the give. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down. Punt team headed out for the Rams. This one fielded out beyond the 25. The Titans offense and their running back set to go once more. He has run the ball well to this point in the season, right there amongst the NFL leaders in rushing. Here's 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
You know this defense worked all week defending this quarterback as a scrambler, as a runner. But sometimes it's just hard to simulate until you see him in real life. His speed, his ability to create. We saw him get him here early on a big scramble. He's able to pick up the 1st down and keep the drive alive.
They'll turn and hand this one off. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw.
You just can't say enough about how hard it is to play cornerback in today's modern NFL, Mike. I mean, not only are these wide receivers better than ever, but the way the rules are written, you're really out there on an island with not a lot of options. Your technique has to be perfect. Your timing has to be perfect. It's exactly what we saw here, and he makes a great play on the ball.
A pickup of 21 on that connection. That's good for a Titan 1st down. They'll look to throw. Got his man at the 6. They get 14 yards and set up 1st and goal. They'll look to throw yet again. This one caught at the 4. And he'll take it on in. Touchdown Titans. His 6th touchdown now for the season.
Now remember back, Mike, their first drive, they had to settle for 3. So they definitely didn't want to have to do that again. So really solid drive from start to end, and they're finally able to cap it off with a touchdown.
Now the try for an extra point. The kick is good. And the Titans are out to a 10-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. Now an opening past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Rams offense about ready to get going on their 2nd possession. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. Putting the tight end in motion. Right away, they'll set up to throw. He'll get this complete to Wiley, his tight end. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. This one complete right side. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big gain.
And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. At the Titans, 36-yard line. Back to throw. Got a man coming across the field. He's got it. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. He pulls it in around the 5. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
It's the pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 4-yard line.
He'll look to throw. He'll go down. They drop him for the sack on the final play of this first quarter. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Throwing now from the gun. This defense pinning their ears back, coming to get him again.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get to the backfield and bring him down. And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Titans offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
He does a fantastic job, Mike, of not only locating the ball in the air, but then attacking it hands on hands. That's exactly something they work on every week in practice. Great job translating those drills into a live game.
Oh, can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly, it is 3rd and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, like living in these 3rd and long situations. Must pass is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
A fair catch will be taken here with that flag down by the punter, and this might keep the drive alive.
Automatic first down.
So, from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. Quick throw, taken in, and that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. 2nd down and 3. On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Try to pick this one up on the ground. It's a pickup of 13 yards. First down for Tennessee.
There's a big conversation going on right now around the NFL about what is the true value of having a run game. And I've always thought it comes down to being good at 3 situations. Can you run the ball in the 4th quarter with a lead? How well can you run the ball on the goal line? And then in this case, how well can you run the ball in short yardage situations?
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. To the right side and incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with the lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
3rd and 5. The tight end, Okonkwo, is in motion. He'll try and get there on the ground. A pickup there of 25 yards. That's good for a Titan first down.
And the Titans.
You certainly can't fault the secondary here. The coverage was almost too good downfield on third down. The quarterback realized quickly there was nowhere for him to go with the ball, decides to become a runner. He's able to pick up the first down and some.
The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 7 and 7. At the Rams' 8-yard line.
Now this time they'll look to throw. And he will score. Touchdown, Tennessee. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Rams 3.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This fielded at about the 9. They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line. Puka Nacua and this Rams offense come back onto the field. And he's been as involved as anyone in the league in the middle part of the season, the NFL leader in receiving yards to this point. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be second down.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3. At the 45.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and...
Oh, a dangerous throw there is intercepted. Picked off by Cole Bishop. And the Titans will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
First down, Titans.
Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he gets a yard out of that one. It's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Taking off. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. Give him 11 on the scramble and give them a new set of downs. To the air now on 1st and 10. His pass caught. It's Chigokonkwo.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
The coverage too strong that time. The ball batted away and incomplete. 3rd and a yard. He's got his tight end. That's Okonkwo. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
And the Titans first down.
In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. The Titans will use the first of their timeouts, and they'll stop it just over a minute remaining in this first half. Here's 2nd and 2. To the air one more time. To the goal line and in. Touchdown Titans. That is second touchdown of the game. This one number 7 on the year. The extra point is good. And the Titans extend to a 24-3 lead. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Rams offense going to take over here in the final minute of this first half. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on first down. Caught by the tight end, Riley. They get 11 and quickly pick up a first down.
That's good for our Rams. First down.
A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
Good coverage by Dorian Williams.
And that one incomplete.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got us
in trouble, and he's going to be taken down. Here's a timeout, Tennessee. It'll be their second, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. This one, returnable. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Titans offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And this defense has to be searching for answers right now. It's been his ability to make plays on the ground here in the first half that has really given them fits. There's a throw right side. Going to be incomplete. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. He's going to get it to Okonkwo. And he looks to be a bit short of the line. And that is going to bring up 4th down. The Titans sending out their punter. A fair catch taken here. And it's going to come right at the 15-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The motion man is Nacua. They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. And a minimal gain there up to the 17-yard line. So we reach halftime in what has been to this point a one-sided game as we send you cross country to the Sunshine State. And no rest for the weary. Let's get right back to it. Quarter number 3 set to begin. This one taken at the 7. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Rams offense and Puka Nacua getting set for this next possession. He's been the man that makes this offense go. Currently number 2 in the NFL in terms of receptions for a wideout. The drive begins with a run by Williams. Nice gain here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the second half. The defense is going to give you some friendly run looks, so don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4.
at the 41-yard line.
Quickly to the outside and complete. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. First and 10. The motion man is Nacua. He'll take a shot here for the end zone. And flags come out. That's batted down. It's incomplete. But it looked like early contact. Let's check the call. So now then, first and goal from the 1. It is brought in the end zone. Puka Nacua. Touchdown, L.A. Cyber's extra point is true. And the Rams are able to cut into the deficit. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. Brown now to return it. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Titans offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. The lead is a couple of touchdowns as this drive kicks off first and 10.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4.
A gain of 4 yards. First down, Titans.
A handoff as they try to run it here. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's second and 5. Now, faking the give. He'll let one go down the middle.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
He's looking for room on the edge, but could not find any. They track him down behind the line, and it's fourth down. The Titans punting unit comes out to the field. He's on for the second time. They'll try to get something inside the 10. So that one's going to land out of bounds, and the official's going to mark it right at the 20-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
He'll drop to throw. They'll look to set up the screen here. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
They'll look to throw here on first down. A throw here, right side, falls incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
Third down and 9.
Brings up third down and 9.
They'll look to throw. Now a shot here, deep middle. And that is incomplete. The Rams punting unit coming out.
Cole Bishop on the coverage.
This will be returnable from his own 15. And he'll get a few yards back here on the return before being forced out of bounds. The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. We'll take you back to earlier and some highlights in this one. He had... So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. They'll begin here on the ground. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. Back to the ground, he'll get it again. And he'll be brought down after a short pickup to the 24. That stop made by Byron Young. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down. The tight end, Okonkwo, is in motion. Throwing now on 1st and 10.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, pitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
And he's going to have the 1st down yardage across the 50 to the 48.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a 1st down.
Back to throw. And he's going to run at a time. They get to him and bring him down. So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. The tight end, Okonkwo, is in motion. He'll try to hit him with a screen. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play. Throwing now on 3rd and long. He's going to take a shot down the field. That one is batted away. Incomplete. No separation that time. Tightly defended. It brings up 4th down. That is fielded at the 13. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Going right sideline and complete. They'll come up here 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. A quick throw. That's complete on the slant. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. The motion man is Nacua. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8. They'll look to throw again. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. And that is incomplete. So after 2 straight incompletions, here's 3rd and 10. And that is incomplete. Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down. Now they'll set up to throw. He's got a man. That's Nacua. And he's going to have the Rams 1st down. They'll have it by a lot. It turns out to be a big gainer on 4th down. inside the 10. It is caught. And he'll be taken down. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Well, a chance to get right back in it here. First down and goal. They'll look to throw yet again. This one caught at the 4. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone. They'll try to run this one in. And he will score. Game on. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Here's Seibert now for the point after. His kick is good. And the Rams back within 7. It's 24-17. So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. Brown now to return it. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. Out comes the Tennessee offense. They get set to see what they can do. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Pressure gets there, and down he goes. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Handoff here, up the middle. That will make 3rd down a little more manageable. Good yardage gained on that one. He'll try to run for it. And he'll be taken down as he takes it just shy of midfield. Here's 1st and 10. The tight end Okonkwo is in motion. On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
Now a handoff, running right. And he's going to be stuck well behind the line of scrimmage. A play going absolutely nowhere. This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. From out of the gun, he'll throw. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. To the air now on 1st and 10. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he'd say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down. He's going to get it to Okonkwo. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. 2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Converted twice on 3rd down already on this drive. Now can they do it for a 3rd time? And that is incomplete. So now out comes the field goal unit in this pressure spot. This to make it a 2-possession lead. And this one right down the middle. It's good. And that could be big. They now take a 2-score advantage. A safe kick taken at the 5. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Rams offense ready to take over once again. They'll begin with 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's close to a 1st down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. Here's a screen set up to Williams. And it'll be a short pickup that's not enough for the first down. Going up top. That is incomplete. And here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's fourth down. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, it's trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs. Here's a zone read to start the drive. And he will work his way down inside the 30. A pickup of 6. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to 3rd down. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. And it looks like he's going to have the first down. The defense was right there, but a gain of 2. Good enough for the first down.
And the Titans' first down.
Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. So it's a win here for the Titans. They bounced back from the loss last week, really put in a determined effort, and will come away with the victory.